Good evening, Arsenal fans. Neomis here, bringing you another video. I hope you've all had a great week. Uh, Football's back. International week is over. We no longer have to look at England versus Albania or England versus San Marino, even though the likes of like Smith Rowe and Saka did play well and I managed to score in those games. But now it's time to the Arsenal, and tomorrow Saturday evening, 5:30 kickoff on Sky Sports. If you're in the UK, Arsenal go up against Liverpool. Liverpool. Um, I'm just telling you all this right now. And this video is going to be relatively short because of how I think this game is going to go. This is an Arsenal loss. Um, this game will be like Chelsea and like City that we faced earlier on in the season. Yes, I understand that Arsenal um, have some players with a few kind of knocks, injuries, but all the last minute talks are is that Aubameyang and Partey are in kind of have been training. Same thing there goes with Kieran Tierney. He's back. He actually played with Scotland on the international break. But nevertheless, still, I gotta say, even with almost damn near a full health squad apart from Granit Xhaka, thank God, I still don't believe Arsenal are gonna win this game. And here's why. I think it's the obvious in that one, this game is at Anfield, and two, it's Liverpool. We don't do well against Liverpool, and we definitely don't do well against them at Anfield. Against Anfield, they've always dominated us for so long, even well before they started kind of winning trophies. But when you just look at the way how Liverpool have performed this season, um, you gotta say that they are near up to 100%. The Liverpool last season, I think we all kind of can safely say now that the reason why they had such a bad game, sorry, a bad season, is that they had most of their back line out, and now they're all back. And even though Arsenal have played well recently, I still think that this Liverpool side, attacking wise, is just going to be too much for that Arsenal defense. And it's for that reason why I think that in terms of predictions, I decided to go with a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. Um, I know people are talking about West Ham and what West Ham did to Liverpool, but for me, West Ham's starting 11 is finished. Um, I think all areas of the pitch they're solid. They have the right players for the right positions. And even though I think Arsenal's goalkeeper, I think Ramsdale is great, good. I think that our two centre backs are good. I like Tomiyasu. Um, and I think left back is an interesting one. Tavares has been great recently. Tierney's kind of fallen off, but played pretty well for Scotland. So maybe kind of being out of the side has really helped him a lot. Um, but for me, it comes down to that Liverpool midfield and our front three players. That's different from Arsenal's. Salah, Mane, and even if you mix Jota, even if you mix Origi in there, even if you was to mix Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, could be another option, whether out wide or through the middle. Most likely out wide. I I don't trust our front three or front two in Aubameyang and Lacazette, and then you got the two wide players in Smith Rowe and Saka to kind of be enough to go up and put Liverpool to the sword. Um, we are a side who struggle to score goals. And I know the stat about when we score first, we win. And to be honest, I do think that we will actually score first in this game. I just don't think that we're going to win it. Um, I think that that Liverpool front three, I just think that they're too much. Absolutely, just it's too much for Arsenal to kind of be able to really deal with. Um, But it will be an interesting one. I'm curious to see what plans Arteta has. I personally would stick with 4-4-2. I'm a firm believer in that if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. And I think that we should continue along the lines of this 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1, with Aubameyang and Lacazette kind of dropping just behind Smith Rowe and Saka. That's if they are all fully healthy. Thomas Partey and Sambi. That's if Partey's healthy. If not, Maitland Niles. And then basically the same back four that's been playing for the last couple of games, which means for me, Tierney has to be on the bench. I think this is good for Tierney. It gives him an opportunity to view the game, maybe get a little bit more hungry again, improve the consistency that he's going to have for when he plays. And you know what? If Tavares isn't handling it, we still could bring Tierney off the bench, which is brilliant, which is exactly what you want. You need to have that quality and depth. But nevertheless, against this Liverpool side, I don't see it. I really don't see it. Like, this is not just me being negative, but I think Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City are strong contenders to win the league, and I've seen enough from them this season to tell me that yeah, they are like they have the chance. Now, don't get me wrong, like West Ham have played well, and I wouldn't put West Ham in that running just yet, but I'd put West Ham ahead of the likes of like Man United, who have been pretty poor, um, to be really honest. And for me, I just think that this Liverpool are just too much for right now. Way too much right now. Maybe in another season and a half, then we could start kind of talking about Arsenal being as good as Liverpool once we kind of get the striker situation sorted, once we get our wide players kind of really scoring goals, once we flesh out a little bit more of a bench, whereby they could be relied on to score goals because I don't quite trust our bench. Martinelli not even getting games. Pepe, all the rumors about him leaving. There was a rumor about him to Palace. I mean, like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. Like, you know, I don't believe Pepe is that bad to whereby he'd go to Palace, but I mean, surely we can kind of get some goals out of him. So that's always a choice there for Mikel Arteta, and I'm very curious to see how Arteta goes with this. If he sticks with the tried and tested, which I think he should, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with like a three at the back against Liverpool. But I do think that he should go with the tried and tested model. If you agree with me, leave your comments below. If you disagree with me, leave your comments below. Really interesting to kind of hear you guys' thoughts on this. Once again, I'm going with a 3-1 loss to Liverpool. I think it's going to be too much for us, but I do think Arsenal will score first. I'm going with an Aubameyang goal. I'm going with a Salah brace with Diego Jota to score the third. And yeah, um, but I don't think us Arsenal fans, I don't think that we should be really glum about this. Just remember who we're going up against. We're going up against a side that are capable of winning the league. And I think as long as we put in a respectable performance, so I mentioned 3-1. I think if it gets any more than like 4-1, where you're talking about a goal difference of four or more, I think that's when you got to start criticizing the team and the manager based on the performance. But it's if we put in a good dogged performance and show some real effort and some real balls out there, um, I can respect the loss because I know where we are in the journey. Hopefully, we manage to get something out of the game. Again, once again, I don't think we will, but nevertheless, that's me. So, do leave your comments below. Do remember to continue liking and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's get a discussion going. And hopefully, we manage to get something. But I'm telling you this right now, I don't think that we will. So, yeah. Until then, I will see you all next time on my next video, which there'll be another one tomorrow to talk about how the game went. Until then, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.